The Washington Post reported earlier this year in August that 37% of Americans can't handle an unexpected $400 expense, and times are getting tight for everybody. It's forcing a lot of people to consider a new career path. And if content creation is the career path that you're thinking about, first off, let me tell you, there is a lot of money to be made in this space, but it takes a lot of work and a lot of time to get to a level where income is regular, consistent, and predictable. So this video is all about the best side hustles in 2023 for aspiring content creators. It's all about how you can monetize your work and efforts in the video production space from day one, even when you're not monetizing your views yet. So before diving into number one, a couple things about how this is structured. We are going from easiest to more difficult. And there's no real such thing as easy money to be made. Big money usually comes from big effort or working smarter, not harder, or a combination of the two. But these are revenue streams that I still utilize in my own content creation business and things that helped me monetize earlier than other people who had 10 times and sometimes even 20 times the size following that I had first starting out. So we will begin with the easiest way to make money as a content creator in 2024. And that's just freelance content creation. If you're making your own videos, trying to make it on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the whole 9 yards, you're doing that because there's big money to be made in that for individual creators, but it's also that case for businesses. And if you're creating your own media and building those skills, it makes sense for you to reach out to local businesses and offer your skill set to them. That's what I did and was one of the first ways that I monetized my content production skills when I decided to do this for full time. The thing is, businesses are really bad at content production, and most small businesses don't have the time or budget to hire a full-time dedicated person, and so they have to outsource it. And if you can offer a decent price while you're still building your own audience, that's the fastest way to get money coming in, because at the end of the day, if you're going to do this full time, it doesn't make sense for you to do this part-time on the side while you're working a real job as like an auto mechanic. There's not enough hours in the day or energy in a human being to do both effectively. You've got to focus all of your efforts on content production and creation, and even if you're splitting that between your own stuff and somebody else's as a contractor or freelancer, the work that you do for local businesses will not only pad your pockets, but it'll make you better at the stuff that you do on your own channel, speeding up your process and speeding up your path to success and profitability. The second form of monetization is merchandise sales. Now, this one I don't personally love because the days of being able to slap a logo on a hoodie or a t-shirt and making a bunch of money, those days are over. And this also requires some upfront investment. But if you are creative and figure out a way to create cool designs and imagery for your business or your brand, you can sell those things as t-shirts, as hoodies. And my personal favorite is to start with stickers because they're super low cost to produce. And that's a great way to validate an artwork or a piece of design that's going to eventually live on a t-shirt or a hoodie that you can sell for higher profit margins. The stickers are a great place to sort of like experiment with like, what can I turn into a hat or a pin or whatever. And when it comes time to move on to clothing, there are a lot of print on demand shops that allow you to be able to sell individual units without having to order a huge amount of inventory that's going to sit in your garage for forever. So this is easy to do, but it's also a low probability approach to making money. You're probably not going to make a bunch of money off of t-shirt, hoodie, and hat sales or your stickers, but it's easy to do and you can make money doing this in the early days. The third side hustle for new aspiring creators, which is one of my favorites, is sponsored content. Now, we all like to think of this as big brand deals where a brand comes in and pays you $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 to do a post for them. And that does happen eventually for creators. My typical brand deal is anywhere between $7,500 and $12,500 per video that I produce for a brand. But in the beginning, you can't command those prices, but you can reach out again to local businesses or small businesses in your niche to pay you to mention them so many times on social media per month or so many times on your YouTube videos in a month. And it's really easy to negotiate with small businesses an ongoing retainer. And if you do that with 3 or 4 businesses at $200 to $500 a pop, it's not a lot of money, but you can have a regular rotation of sponsors on your channels while you're building your your audience and working on other forms of monetization. And as soon as you have some traction on any platform, businesses will hear you out and have this discussion. It's really, really easy to get your foot in the door because they want more reach, and most of them don't have any clue how to effectively build an audience and get their stuff out there. Side hustle number 4 for new content creators is creating a course or an online workshop or an online mastermind within your niche. There are a few caveats to this. You have to actually be good at something in order to sell the value that you offer, but it's actually a lot easier than you would think, because even when it comes to YouTube, where we are all familiar with the concept of YouTube University, you can learn anything on YouTube. Most YouTube content is the first layer to our discovery process when we're trying to learn something new. So I'm not really gonna watch a video on YouTube that's longer than 10 minutes when it comes to learning how to paint miniature models or learning how to create content that's sticky and has a higher probability of going viral. Most of the time, the research that I do on YouTube is superficial. And once I find a creator that I really like their style, I really like their approach, and I want to know their method, I'm more inclined to spend money on a deep dive into that. So if you have a depth of knowledge within the space that you're creating content around, courses, even though they sound really cliche, are a great way to monetize your content, even if you're a small creator. Now, here's my bit of advice when doing courses. They take a long time to put together, and you don't know whether or not people are gonna pay you for that up front. So once you have an audience starting to grow and traffic coming in through your videos, my recommendation is to create a landing page and doing what I call dead linking, where you list the bullet points of what's gonna be offered in your course before you build it, and then you put a buy now button with a price attached to it. Let's say you're selling your course for $500. That buy now button, rather than sending people to a checkout link, it sends them to a landing page that says, we're sorry, this course is under construction, it's not available right now. Add your name to the email list to be notified when it is. And that way, everybody that adds their name to that email list at the $500 price point, you mark them as a hypothetical customer. If nobody signs up, then you drop the price to $400, $350, $250. And once you arrive at a number where people are signing up every single day, that validates the idea for you that these are the things that people want to learn in this program, and this is the price point that they're willing to buy at. And then you build it, knowing ahead of time that it's actually going to work and bring in income. Next, let's talk about affiliate marketing. Now, this one I have mixed feelings on in terms of recommending it to brand new content creators, because it is a viable way to make money, but there's 2 problems with it. First, you've got to have real traffic in order for this to generate a significant amount of revenue, and that's usually around the same time that you start monetizing your views on channels. So while this is viable, it's one of the harder methods for new creators to start earning money from. The other issue with affiliate marketing is if you're already generating views and traffic to divert to somebody else's product and they're buying that product, you're essentially acting as a middleman, and you could put your products in front of your audience and capture a larger percentage of what they're spending. So I did want to cover it because it is a thing and it does work. Some of the best affiliate marketing programs are Amazon's Audible. Squarespace has an affiliate program. Amazon has an affiliate program which is really profitable in certain niches like video content production. I have a list of my gear and they're all affiliate links, and I make a little bit of money off of that, but it's not really significant. And if I'm going to funnel traffic anywhere, I want to funnel it to my program, which is actually linked in this video, which goes deep into the ins and outs of how to create viral content on short form platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. So you can check that out. That's my own plug right here. Like, I'm practicing what I'm preaching. Rather than sending you to an Amazon affiliate link, I'm sending you to my own product, and that's why I have mixed feelings on the whole affiliate link strategy, but I did want to mention it within this video because some creators do really well with that, even when they have a small following and they're just starting out. The way that I would use affiliate marketing actually as a new creator is approaching it from the standpoint of, when you're first starting out, you want to at least have an affiliate link linked to your content and your account. On the off chance that one of your early videos blows up and goes hyper viral, and by accident you wind up getting 40 million views on something, you might as well have some form of monetization attached to that traffic in the beginning, even before you've developed products or merch or a program. Affiliate links are really easy to set up at the very beginning, and it kind of acts as an insurance policy against missing out on hyper virality if it happens to you on accident. You need to be thinking ahead here, people. Whoa, okay, so the final thing I want to talk about is membership platforms and Patreon. This may not provide a substantial level of income initially, but Patreon in particular, it allows people to donate $1 a month or $5 a month to be supporters of what you do. And this is a really great place to get started when you have a very specific niche content type that you're creating around. And as you grow, that can grow too, and it becomes a significant source of income, usually around the same time that a creator is monetizing their views. And so it's not a solution early on, but it is easy to set up early on and it can grow over time. So this isn't really a great side hustle for a brand new creator to start monetizing their content from day one, but it is something I would probably consider setting up on day one if this is the career path that you decide to head down. And lastly, let's talk about consulting and coaching, which is one of my favorites if you have a very specific, highly polished skill set within your niche. Consulting services work a lot better than you think they do, and they're also less sleazy than what we've all been led to believe, because we all remember Sam Ovens, the dude who taught consultants how to be consultants and teach other consultants how to consult businesses. It was like this weird multi-level marketing scheme almost. But the reality is, if you are creating content around how to become a better programmer, how to build websites, how to create better content, how to pass the SAT with a perfect score, whatever it is you're building your channel around, there are going to be members in your audience that seriously want to know how to do things on your level beyond just what's offered in a course or on your YouTube channel or on your TikTok page or wherever you're active. There are always going to be people who want one-on-one help and want to go deep. And you're shooting yourself in the foot if you don't offer that from day one. Because even if you don't know anything about creating content and getting that content out to the masses, if you're an expert in your industry, all it takes is 1,000 really committed, highly interested viewers in order to monetize selling coaching and consulting. And that is something that you can do from day one. You just have to have an existing skill set that is difficult to cultivate on your own and through YouTube University. So those are the 7 side hustles that I would recommend to brand new creators who are looking for a way to monetize their content from day one. And these are all ways that can actually work from day one with a little bit of deviation there in the middle. Some of the ones that I mentioned, I'm not a huge fan of, but I already talked about why that is. A couple of parting words though. When it comes to social media and building a business off of the back of the views that you're building, it takes time. So don't get discouraged if the business is slow at first. But as long as you're focused on making your content better every single day, you will be able to find clients when it comes to subcontracting out your work as a content creator and video producer for small businesses. That is the easiest place to get started. And the rest of these will fall into place as your channel and your audience grows. So there's 2 things that I need from you at this point. I know I didn't cover every side hustle that could exist for new creators going into 2024. So if any of you have suggestions on videos that I should make, including more of these in a list, let me know, and let me know which one of these you want a deep dive into on how I would structure this and how I would offer it from the very beginning as a brand new creator in 2024 to monetize your content creation journey before you're actually making money from views. Because this is what I do all day long, and I want to create more of what you would find valuable as a new content creator building your strategy going forward. So thanks for watching me. You can follow me on the other socials at Christopher Claflin, and if you're interested in understanding how I built my strategy around developing an account that is well over 1 million followers on TikTok and how I regularly pull views on that platform that exceed 1 million views organically, there is a link to my process in this video description. Step-by-step listed, no steps skipped, and there are no weird upsells to higher level package and high ticket courses or anything like that. You can engage with me if you want to, but everything that I do is outlined in that one simple course. So if you're a brand new creator, I would highly recommend checking that out. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys next time.